Next on Cal High Sports Bay Area, the playoffs are here and we have the highlights. We'll show you CCS hoops with Reardon and Sacred Heart Prep, and NCS with Berkeley and Freedom, and San Ramon Valley meets San Leandro.
Girls playoff hoops features Mission San Jose and Pittsburgh, and we have the story of the Terra Nova basketball player beating the odds to be back on the court this season, and we head to the slopes with the snowboarder with the cause. It's all on Cal High Sports Bay Area, and it starts right now.
Welcome to Cal High Sports Bay Area here at the Silver Creek Sportsplex. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. We start this week in the NCS Division I bracket where the surging San Ramon Valley Wolves and their dynamic point guard Keith Smith came in on a roll with a huge win against their rival to finish the regular season.
The Wolves taking on San Leandro. The Pirates star is 6'4" forward Osi Uchukwu. The 6th-seeded Pirates looking to upset the 3rd-seeded Wolves Friday night.
A Wizard making the trip down to the floor for pre-game warm-ups. Wizards are cool, and so is Keith Smith for San Ramon. Off the dish from Trevor Alexander, Keith explodes to the hoop, and we're off. Now we'll check out Osi Uchukwu, extremely talented senior for San Leandro. He'll play at the next level. And end of the first quarter, Christian Fuca steals the ball and drops in 2 at the buzzer, 14-8 SRV. Brandon Harris is working hard for San Leandro down low, muscles the ball away and makes it count. Trevor Alexander again assisting, this time to Christian Fuca. It's Fuca with just 1 C, so you know he's good. Now the Wolves show off a little. Smith the Alexander, Trevor to Greg Pulaski, and he's a big man. 40-28 San Ramon. To the fourth now, Jake Don Singh to Zach Medley, and Zach will hit from deep to make it count. 44-28 as the Wolves start to run away. Tons of quality players for the Wolves. JJ Koski stopping and creating space, and the senior hits. And Osi Uchukwu again working for San Leandro. Such a special player, but San Ramon Valley just had it going. Kyle Spackman had a great game inside for the Wolves, and we'll finish it off with Drew Cundy getting it to go. Another senior for the Wolves looking good. San Ramon Valley runs away with this one, 59-34. As the Wolves advance to the semifinal game.
Vamos, vamos, Aceteros! The Aceteros, or Oilers, taking on the 3rd-seeded Rebels from San Lorenzo, and it's San Lorenzo on the board first. Jorge Briseño taps it ahead to Alexis Lopez, who gets free and slides it past the keeper, 1-0 Rebels. But just a few minutes later, Richmond ties the game. Alexis Montano over to Addison Escobar, who hits a rising shot past the keeper, and Addison wanted everyone to know he loves his brothers on this team. Game still tied at the 60-minute mark. The ball lofted into the box. It gets away from the keeper, who takes down the offensive player. But right there is Escobar, whose first shot is blocked, but the second finds the net, and Richmond has a 2-0 lead. Just 2 minutes later, Jimmy Guerra doing great work to get in the box, then draws the foul for a penalty kick, and it's guess who? Addison Escobar, who sends it home for the hat trick and gives Richmond the NCS Division II title. 3-1 the final, the first section title in 21 years for Richmond. Congratulations to the team and our friend, head coach Renee Silent.
Girls Sports Highlights is presented by Stevens Creek Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealership in Northern California. Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose. It's where the deals are.
Stella Kailahi might just have the coolest handshake ever as Pinewood gets ready to take on Valley Christian in the CCS Open Division. The Panthers getting things started just the way Doc Shepler likes it. Monique McDivitt knocks down the 3 to give her squad a 7-0 lead. Valley looking for their first points of the game. Kayana Davis passes to Sammy Oliver. You can count all 3 of those, 7-3 Pinewood. The Warriors still playing catch-up. Davis taking things into her own hands. She drives down low and banks it in. And it's no secret Pinewood loves the 3, and Marissa Heen gets our first attempt to go. It's now 14-5 Panthers. Marissa drained another 3 after that. In the very next Panther possession, Marissa dialed up 1 more from long range. Marissa, not just a great name, but a natural at the game. Valley trying to cut into the deficit at the start of the third. Caitlin Ketting finds Davis for 2, but there was no stopping Pinewood. Kayla Haxon drives into the paint and manages to get the bucket and the harm, extending the Panthers lead 33-12. And Haxon doing it once more, maneuvering her way to the hoop for the easy deuce. Pinewood cruises to victory and will face either Eastside College Prep or Mitty. Those highlights later in the show.
The Brandon Bruins turned a last-second shot into a league title last week.
Yes, they did. The Bruins celebrating their title with Marissa at the Rika Center this week.
We are at the Rika Center in Menlo Park, the best training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved.
They're the West Valley Division champs. Let's get to know the Branham Bruins. Here with Luke Warren. Luke, you guys ended the season on such a high note. Talk about that final play and what it was like winning.
Well, we had a really good game. That game, we were down most of the game and then ended up coming back and tying it up. I know Jared had a good look at the basket, and I was just there because my guy came over and helped. So, I had a wide open layup and I took it, but it was really a team effort, and we came back and won that game as a team.
And to be a senior and be a division champ, what's that mean to you?
Oh, it means the world. It's the greatest thing ever. I mean, with football, it was one thing, but with basketball, it's a whole other thing. And to actually advance and do well in CCS, it's awesome.
And Jarrett Powers is only a sophomore. Jarrett, on varsity, what's it been like to learn from these guys?
Oh, it's been great. These seniors and even juniors are just creating a great path for us sophomores. I know there's 4 of us here. There's they're great leaders, and it's just great to learn from them.
And how have you seen this team grow throughout the season?
Oh, incredibly. Just from the start of open gyms in November to now, it's just a completely different team, different players. Coaches are great with the new coaches. It's just all good.
And speaking of coaches, Sean Cummings, Alex Hall, what's it like playing for him?
Great coach. Overall, balances passion for the game with genuine care and respect for us, so it means a lot.
And what's the chemistry been like this year?
This is a second family to me, and I think it's the same for everybody here.
All right, that does it for us here at the Rica Center in Menlo Park. Bruins, take us out with a cheer.
Hey, Bruins on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bruins!
Each week we bring you the Players of the Week, brought to us in a wrap by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center.
Here are the players we thought were better than all the rest in this week's Players of the Week.
Players of the Week. Rikers Santa for the NCS number 11 was the best of the best. Another week, another test that she passed, and she blessed her opponents in less. Reach contest, oh man, so blessed. She
running the point on autopilot, cruising for 30 points for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I throw her buck, just slash. She 6'4", 3 steal, 3 passes. Game match, react, contest. This shit dash, jab, and just blast. Shit, board crash, bash, and collect. It is Adora Bucks, fashion.
Yo, that dude has fuel, no, that bull at school. Who am I talking about? Mo Abdul Rasul, number 5 on the Fremont Firebirds. This guy will hurt you like iron swords. With a higher score, this guy diving towards Palo Alto, Puebla, Huddle by the 4th. Though, as you assume, Mo's as cool as Q. This senior with attitude will show all you how to put up 40 points twice in 10 days. Friends say he plays like LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Clay all in one game. They go on to win the D-Anza League.
Your orthopedic specialists bring us great advice on how to stay healthy while you play sports. Here's Dr. Murali Murthy with this week's tip. A bunion, also known as hallux valgus, is a bony bump that forms on the joint at the base of your big toe. A bunion forms when your big toe pushes against your next toe, forcing the joint of your big toe to get bigger and stick out. Wearing tight, narrow shoes may cause bunions or might make them worse. Bunions can also develop as a result of an inherited structural defect, stress on your foot, or a medical condition such as arthritis. Treatment for these foot conditions can be the use of gel spacers, roomy, comfortable shoes that provide plenty of space for your toes, and even special splints. In extreme situations, surgery may be required to realign the bones in a proper position. So it's very important to pay attention to foot conditions like these and not let them progress to something that may cause more limitations.
Coming up, the NCS D1 title game in boys soccer. Will top-seeded San Ramon Valley win it all? We'll see.
And the Terra Nova basketball star back on the court despite the tragedy in his life. We'll see his story next.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You could save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
In Santa Clara, call me, Les Adler.
In Millbrae, contact Matt Schlickoff Insurance.
In San Jose, Santa Cruz, and Milpitas, call me, Robert Verich.
Did you post it?
Done.
How many people are coming?
Lots.
Yeah.
Got it. Done. Done.
Sending you some money.
Thank you.
Done.
You like a lunch bag? Here you go, man.
Thank you.
Done.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done. Strike up the band, Stevens Creek Toyota is ready for another all-star season. We're your home for everything Toyota in the South Bay. Experience Toyota Express service in our beautiful new facility, Fast In, Fast Out service. We have deals to beat the band on Corolla, Sienna, and America's favorite hybrid, Prius. It's a performance you don't want to miss. Now it's Stevens Creek Toyota in San Jose. Visit us online at StevensCreekToyota.com.
We are back at the DGDG.com studio here at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with the Division I NCS Boys Soccer Final. There were two Cinderella teams in the tournament with 14th-seeded Freedom and 13th-seeded Dublin, proving they belong to be with the best as they made it to the semifinals.
But the top two seeds also made the semis. Top-seeded San Ramon Valley and number 2 seed De La Salle were also looking to make the finals on Saturday. It's our Togo's Monster Game, and our Jack Washer was there.
It's only fitting that San Ramon Valley and De La Salle squaring off in the NCS Division I final. These two teams, they know each other a little too well. This De La Salle team, a very talented team. They actually beat the San Ramon Valley team earlier this year. And I talked to San Ramon Valley earlier this week, and they said, it's just like any loss. You know, you can't dwell on it too much. But I'd be naive to say there's not a little bit more motivation to playing this game against one of their division rival. It's San Ramon Valley. It's De La Salle for the NCS Division I title. And hey, it's why we made it the Monster Game.
We get it going early in the first half. Corner kick for SRV. And it's a scramble in front of the net, but Nate Miller puts it home to put the Wolves in front early on. We jump ahead to the second half now. SRV on the attack. A great cross into the middle. But check out the save by De La Salle's Kevin Hayden off the crossbar. And somehow on the second chance, the ball does not go in the net. Then DLS corner, and it's Paul Campa off the header to tie the game with less than 3 minutes to go. So this game would go to overtime. In OT, Scott Smoot looking to play hero for the Spartans. Couple great moves, but check out the save by Jackson Myatt. And then an incredible shot block by the SRVD. This game goes to PKs. Kale Sogren with the goal and PKs for SRV. Then Maya coming up huge with a big save in the third round. So Austin Tobian with a chance to win it in the last round, and he buries it. And here comes a celebration for SRV. What a way to end the season. The San Ramon Valley Wolves win the NCS Division I title, winning 5-4 in PKs. Afterwards, I caught up with the man of the hour, Austin Tobian.
We've got one motto, and it's Leo, love each other. And we knew that through the adversity we've been facing all the year, that we knew we were going to come out on top.
In Dublin with the Togo's NCS Monster Game, I'm Jack Washer, Cal High Sports Bay Area.
To the CCS D2 quarterfinals between Willow Glen and Los Altos. We start off with some excitement from Willow Glen. Holy Jonah Underwood, the 6'8 senior, can get up and will stay with the Rams. Check out Robert Jones. He's a player. Number 11 looking good there. Willow Glen dominating early. Jonah Underwood gets back on defense for a reason. 15-4 Rams at that point, but the lead would dwindle. Kyle Kamuggan to Dan Rosenbaum. Dan's a former player of the week for us. Then it's Kamaggan on the break with a nifty up and under, but it's 21-14 Willow Glen. Second half now off the missed free throw. Patrick McCall with the tip, and he gets a hustle basket, but the Rams kept the foot on the gas. Kenny Sullivan over to Robert Jones, and we'll watch him work again. But Dan Rosenbaum took control of the Eagles in the second half, dialing long distance as Los Altos goes up by 2. And then it's big-time Danny Dan again with the sick crossover, 33-27 Los Altos. Rosenbaum again with the ball. 6 minutes in the game up to Pat McCall, and that'll get your blood rushing. The Rams' Derek Sorensen over to Orlando Otero, who drives to the rack to come within 4 points. But the Eagles' Patrick McCall on the break with the big-time rip as the Eagles advance to play either Pioneer or Santa Clara. Highlights of that one coming up.
Each week we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Jack Washer joins us now with the Terra Nova basketball player and his amazing story on how he got back on the court this season.
When I asked Gabe Vargas why he liked the game of basketball, he told me it's kind of like chess. You need all these sorts of pieces to make all these moves to get to your final goal. But one thing he couldn't predict was he being one of those missing pieces.
He always plays the chip on his shoulder and he just gives it his all.
That's just one phrase describing Gabe Vargas, a 3-year varsity player on the Terra Nova Tigers. Towards the end of his junior year, Gabe knew the most important thing he needed to improve on was his physique, and he answered the call.
I wasn't in the greatest shape. Wasn't in the greatest shape to play. And then as time progressed, I started going to the gym more, 2-3 times a day. And then I really thought I was playing the best basketball of my life.
But then, in a summer league game, the game changed for Gabe. No defense could cure it, no extra shots at the gym. It caught Gabe by surprise.
Towards the end of the game, and I just felt like a brick was dropped on top of my chest. And I just couldn't breathe. It was a lot of pain.
And on the way to the ER with his mom, Gabe's right side went numb. Then he felt what he described as a heart murmur, only it wasn't.
It happens to be that heart murmur that he felt was his air leaking out of his lung.
I'm like, oh, well, it looks like you have a small hole in your lung. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Pneumothorax, or a collapsed lung, the diagnosis turning Gabe Vargas's world upside down. In the span of 3 weeks, Gabe had surgery and tubes put into him to repair the collapsed lung. He lost 40 pounds. The journey back seemed far-fetched.
Just didn't like to see him like that, though. It's just really sad to see your friend there. Can't really do anything about it. It's just hard.
When I thought going in I wasn't going to be smiling and laughing and it was a more serious tone, he kind of kept it light.
But one day, Gabe lost it.
I was so positive for so long and I just couldn't keep up that image anymore. And I remember one afternoon I just started crying. I don't know why, I just started crying and bawling. And it was, I don't know, it was just really hard, not only for me, but for my family as well.
I think every mom that sees their child going through something like that, it hurts. I was very scared.
Finally released from the hospital 3 weeks after he arrived, and all Gabe wanted to do was get back on the court.
There was not a doubt in his mind that he was going to come back and play for us.
So Gabe worked tirelessly to get back to where he was before the lung collapse. His mere presence inspiring those around him, and his impact on the court, mind-blowing.
I mean, if you think about it, he had to have like half his lung removed, and that's huge, and I don't even know how he does it. He still goes out there and runs almost harder than I do. Still goes, and he's a strong guy, that's what he does.
Each time onto the court, there still is some fear Gabe's lungs could collapse, but Gabe knows he can't think about it. Instead, finding his own way to change the game.
You play with a little bit of doubt, but at the same time, you don't want to play with any fear because you're not going to put as much effort. I want to give it all for my team when I'm on the court. That's what I pride myself with, just leaving it all on the court and playing as hard as I can for those guys because I know they're doing the same for me.
If you had to describe him in one word, what would you say?
He's tough.
And just to add on to this great story, Gabe was named second team All-League. So just an incredible story, incredible young man, and we wish him the best.
And he gets to play in the playoffs this year.
He does.
Outstanding.
For a senior season, all right. Each week we bring you the Wingstop Coach of the Week award, the winning coach to receive dinner at your local Wingstop restaurant. Wingstop for people who demand flavor in everything they do. This week we honor Clayton Valley girls coach Paul Comer. Coach Comer led the Eagles to 6 wins in a row to finish the regular season to earn sole possession of their league title. Paul Comer, this week's Wingstop Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the CCS Open Division game with St. Francis and Fremont.
But first, here is our Allstate Insurance Top 10 Girls Basketball Poll.
Yeah, I didn't really, it didn't click why it happened first, and then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, well, I was running on treadmills with Phil a month before season, so it helps. I improved my sprints by 5 seconds, and then I was always kind of mid-pack on my team, and then once I came here, I noticed that I was really beating people up and down the court. One day we would come in and we'd do leg strength and work on agility and stuff, and then the other days we would run on the treadmills and work on speed. If you want to be the best at what you do, you have to put your time in, and there's no better place to do it than here.
Looking for a way to be active and have fun?
Learn to play hockey for free at Silver Creek Sportsplex. Beginner programs for children, teens, and adults make it easy to get started. We'll teach you how to skate, hold a stick, handle the puck, and play the game. And yes, it's free. We even lend you all the gear at no charge. It's a ton of fun and a great workout too. At Silver Creek Sportsplex, your destination for sports, fitness, and fun for the whole family.
We are Terranova cheerleaders, and we are Cal High Sports!
Back at the Sportsplex with action from the CCS Open Division, where St. Francis is the top seed in a very talented field. The Lancers are a junior-heavy team with all the juniors getting lots of playing time.
Yeah, that's right. They're awesome, but so is Fremont senior Mo Abdul Rasul. The outstanding scorer was trying to lead his team to a huge upset as the teams met on Friday night.
The Fremont cheerleaders rooting on their boys, hoping for an upset, but they would not get it. The Lancers on fire early. Giuseppe Benedetti inside to Peter Hewitt for 2. Noah Stapes already has 1 3-pointer in this game, and again, it's Breezy for Threezy, and that's 2 in the quarter. Then a little pump fake by Noah, and another 3, and that's 3 3-pointers early in the first quarter. And now it's getting ridiculous as Stapes tries it from way out, and it's nothing but net. 4 3-pointers early in the first for Stapes. The Firebirds working it inside to Omar Sharab for 2. Firebirds playing hard throughout, and here's Mo Abdul Rasul, an outstanding player for the Firebirds. He nails the jumper, but this game never in doubt. Peter Hewitt with the steal. Look out below! Hewitt with a big-time rep. Then a short time later, Curtis Witt throws it at the rim, and right there is Hewitt with a two-handed alley-oop slam. Second half, some airtime for Benedetti as he nails the mid-range jumper. One more time for Giuseppe Benedetti as St. Francis advances to play the winner of Sacred Heart Prep in Reardon. Highlights from that game later on in the show.
The NCS Division II title on the line. Crosstown rivals Miramonte and Campo Lindo facing each other once again this season. First half, Samantha DeVecchi for Miramonte with the free kick, but keeper Emily Parrish heads the ball out of the box. Campo Lindo trying to get something started on their end of the field. Bailey Yoon with the perfect pass, but the ball is just over the net. Second half, still no score. The Mats getting a good look here, but the Cougars Parrish not letting anything get by her, and we are locked at 0. Almost identical play. DeVecchi with the nice boot, but Parrish holds strong for the Cougars. Campo Lindo threatening on their side of the field. Emily Holbert connects with Yoon. Yoon attempts the shot, but Martiza Grillo is there to make the save. With less than 2 minutes left in the game, the Mats' Gina Crosetti gets the ball, dribbles through 2 defenders, and fires the ball to the back of the net to win the game in thrilling fashion. Miramonte is your NCS Division II champs. Gina Crosetti coming up big late in the game to give her squad the 1-0 victory. Congrats to the Matadors on a strong season.
Here each week with great advice on how to do a better job studying so you can get to the college of your choice. Here's Mike Flynn to answer the question, did you know?
Hi, I'm Mike Flynn, owner of the Tutoring Club, and this is this week's Did You Know? Did you know that 90% of the colleges prefer GPA and the courses taken over your test scores? It's true. Though test scores are important, colleges are more interested in seeing how you've done in the classes you've taken in high school. If you need more help in any of the classes you have in school, or would like more information about the SAT or ACT, go to tutoringclub.com, search for location nearest you. We'll be happy to help.
Coming up, the final game in the NCS Division I girls soccer bracket. Would powerful Monte Vista make the title game? We'll see.
And Concord meets Dublin as Cal High Sports Bay Area continues.
No way. Barb, this has got to be a mistake. The Benson kid on the honor roll? I had him in class last year. The kid barely passed.
No, that's right. He's one of my math whiz kids.
No way.
His parents sent him to tutoring club over the summer.
Huh?
Smart kid.
Smart parents.
It's not your fault your child is falling behind, but it is your call. Call Tutoring Club today. A class above, guaranteed.
Imagine a workplace that supports creativity and collaboration, a hospital that nurtures and promotes healing, a classroom that encourages active learning. Imagine one workplace. Furniture, architectural products, technology, and design. One workplace, we make it possible.
online at Wingstop.com and get that flavor you crave. Wingstop. Get at it.
From the world's playgrounds to its largest stadiums, soccer is loved by millions. It's a game steeped in tradition from Europe to South America all the way to San Jose, where the Quakes have won 2 MLS Cups and 2 Supporters' Shields. And now, with 40 years of tradition on their side, the Quakes will have a true home of their own. Our new stadium opens in 2015. Reserve your seats at sjearthquakes.com.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Wells Fargo, proud sponsor of the Game of the Week. By the Rika Center, where goals and dreams become reality. By Mirror Orthopedic Specialists, providing leading-edge care to athletes of all ages. By Tutoring Club, expert tutoring and test prep for all ages. By Stevens Creek Toyota, the #1 dealership in Northern California. Stevens Creek Toyota, it's where the deals are. And by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate.
In Alameda, call me, Asa Noble.
In Saratoga, see me, Dave Gragnola, and
Go Falcons! Back at the Sportsplex with the Game of the Week. This week, it's the NCS Girls Soccer Final in the top division. All season long, the Monte Vista Mustangs have dominated the opposition on their way to an undefeated season.
That's right, but the perfect record would mean nothing if the Mustangs could not win the NCS title. One of the very best teams in the nation looking for a section title on Saturday. Our Kevin E. Martin was there.
The Mustangs and Lions getting introduced. It will be Liberty who strikes first. Lauren Cineros with the bullet that will hit off a Mustang defender and find the back of the net for an own goal to put the Lions in front 1-0. The Mustangs looking to answer, but Ruby Mena makes a diving save, and again on the second chance, Mena falling on it and keeping her squad up by 1. Second half now, it's a corner kick from MV's Chelsea Berry. She will place a great ball into the box, and Nicole Averis will finish it off, and we are all square at 1. Lions trying to respond, but Mustangs keeper Leah Emerson, she comes up with a great save here, tipping it to herself, keeping things locked at 1. And then with less than 10 minutes to play, it will be Liberty senior Megan Monnier recording the go-ahead goal, and the Lions will hold on and pull off the incredible upset win with a 2-1 final. Afterwards, I met up with the NCS Division I champs.
I am here with the NCS Division I champs, the Liberty Lions. Let's meet them. Has it sunk in yet? You guys are the NCS champs.
Not at all. We're so excited. We worked so hard. All of our hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears from the beginning of the season until now, it's truly paid off, and we're so happy.
Not only NCS champs, but you knocked off one of the top teams in the country to do so. Talk about what's going on in your mind and how it feels.
Hard work always pays off. We have set goals for ourselves at the beginning of the year. Just working so hard, and it has not been easy. Injuries, concussions, it's paid off.
Awesome. And moving on to Ruby Mena, what a game you played in net. Held them scoreless in the first half and then gave up just 1 goal to an incredible team. What was your game plan today?
Try and keep the ball out of the goal. I only let 1 in, but hard work. We just wanted this.
And talk to me about the final 2 minutes. Could have that whistle came any sooner? What was going through your mind?
I was just like, it needs to end. It felt like it was never ending. Like he kept adding time, and those 2 minutes just never came.
And moving on to another senior, Megan Monnier. Yes. You have scored the eventual game-winning goal. Walk us through that play.
Well, when the throw-in came, the keeper touched it over my head, and I was just able to back her off the ball and hit it into the net.
And you're senior. Can you imagine a more picture-perfect way to send off from your high school career?
Absolutely not, and I'm sure when it sinks in, I'll be bawling my eyes out.
Awesome. Well, that does it here for us in Dublin. Yes, you heard it. The NCS Division I champs. Liberty, take me out with a cheer. 3, 2, 1.
CCS D2 boys quarterfinal between 2nd-seeded Pioneer and 7th-seeded Santa Clara. And in the first, we'll start with Pioneers' John Noel passing down low to Matt Beatty, and Matt gets it to stick. Over to Santa Clara on the break. Ben Fales, the captain on the squad, gets it to Milos Novakovic, and it's good. Mustangs looking good early. Noel to Jelani Marsh this time. Marsh, an outstanding player. Very, very exciting. Pioneer again at their end down low, but Milos Novakovic for the Bruins. Let's get out of here. 18-15 Santa Clara lead. Now right before halftime, we have Vinay Narayanayam driving with authority and won 21-15 SC. Then after halftime, it's the same deal for Vinay. He steals the ball, takes it all the way down, fouled again, and he again makes the and one. Pioneer battling back, trying to stay close. Nate Grima into the post. John Noel with a great game in this one. Now Kent Steffen will get fancy, takes it in to give Pioneer a 31-30 lead 1 minute into the fourth. Now check this out. Noel up to Jelani Marsh, and he is stoked. Marsh finished with 21 points in this game. SC down a bucket, but Ben Fales is driving, finds Kendall Watson, who hits the jumper to tie it. Then off the Bruin miss, it's Malik Washington working hard, puts back the putback, and Santa Clara will claim the upset in this one. 44-40 as SC advances to the semifinals.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, part of its effort to encourage more people to volunteer in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Amy Apostle from Archbishop Mitty. When Amy isn't dominating on the field playing soccer, she is volunteering her time in the community. Amy has spent over 50 hours volunteering at Sacred Heart Community Service in San Jose, organizing clothes and helping customers find clothes they need. Last summer, Amy spent 10 days volunteering throughout California with St. Anthony's Foundation, helping the homeless in the Tenderloin District. Amy also worked on farms throughout Monterey, sorting food for the Los Angeles Food Bank. Amy talks about why she loves to volunteer.
One thing I've learned about living here is that I'm very privileged to live in this really nice area, and I know that there are people who aren't as lucky as I am, and so that's why I make it my goal to help out as much as I can in different communities, just because I believe it's important to give back.
Coming up, the NCS D2 quarterfinal with Dublin and Concord.
And we hit the slopes to meet a border with a cause.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. By Lexus of Stevens Creek. Lexus of Stevens Creek is once again sponsoring this year's Volunteer Scholarship. 5 scholarships with a total of $10,000 will be handed out at the annual Cal High Sports Banquet. By Albany's Construction, no job too big or too small, we just get it done. By Calpine. Calpine is proud to sponsor Cal High Sports Bay Area. Calpine, a generation ahead today. And by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate.
In South San Jose, call me, Mustafa Gulerolo.
Hi, I'm Nor Vogel. You can call me in Los Altos or in Campbell.
Back at the Sportsplex with a trip to the NCS Division II bracket as Dublin meets Concord.
The Gales battled all season in the tough Diablo Foothill League, earning the 3rd seed in the Division II bracket. Meantime, Concord is the 11th seed, upsetting the 6th in order to play in this game. Great matchup with Concord and Dublin Friday night.
The Dublin Gales cheering squad all jazzed up for the quarterfinal matchup with Concord. The Minutemen would open up the scoring as Drew Solis knocks down the jumper for the early lead. More Concord as Daryl Kendricks makes a nice move and completes a drive with a nifty finish and a 4-0 lead. Back comes Dublin as Kobe Toney drives through the lane and finishes at the bucket, and the Gales take a 2-point lead. Tim Falls is only a sophomore, but with plays like this, it's hard to believe. He finds Aaron Changwer for the transition and then falls hard to the rack for 2 more. The Dublin press causing fits as Andrew Nguyen picks off the pass, splits a couple of defenders, gets the shot to fall, and now it's 15-6 Dublin. Falls again, this time driving right, dumping it off to Bryce Knox, who lays it in to push the lead to 10. Stop me if you've seen this before, but Tim Falls is out in space. And check out the behind-the-back dime to Knox. The kid is amazing. Concord fighting to get back in it. DeMario Williams scores there. Falls leading yet another break, sending it up court to Changwer, who jump stops and watches 2 shot blockers fly by for the hoop. Falls can play a little D2 as he picks off the bounce pass, finds Knox one more time, and the Gales win it. Advancing to the D2 semifinals against Montgomery in Santa Rosa next week, 66-47, the final.
Leland and Presentation meeting in the first round of the CCS playoffs. First half, Taryn Silvergate on the break for Leland, but her shot goes just wide of the net. Later, it's Leland on the break again. Kelsey Chor on a breakaway, but Sophia Dean shuts the door as we go into halftime scoreless. Second half, great ball into the box for Prez, but the shot does not go and we remain scoreless. Then off the free kick, the shot goes off the post, but Aaron Hartung is there for the rebound and the Panthers have a 1-0 lead. Later, Alexandra Westlake with a nice cross and Gabrielle Sanfilippo is on the receiving end for presentation and that would do it. The Panthers move on with a 2-0 win over the Chargers, advancing to the next round of the CCS playoffs. Each week we bring you stories of athletes who are outstanding for a variety of reasons.
Taylor Lambert has returned from the slopes with the story of a snowboarder with a heart of gold.
Robert, this week we make the trek up to China Peak Ski Resort to visit with an old friend, Aptos High's Marissa Hushaw, who's fighting childhood hunger with her nonprofit, Grind Out Hunger. We caught up with Hushaw at her 4th annual Rail Jam, where all proceeds went to aid those who truly need it. It's morning at China Peak and all is quiet on the slopes. But today is the 4th annual Grind Out Hunger Rail Jam, a day to raise money for a good cause, have some fun, and take in the good vibes. And of course, shred.
Oh, there it is!
Grind Out Hunger Rail Jam is the brainchild of Marissa Hushaw, one of California's top snowboarders, who's raised almost $13,000 for Grind Out Hunger in her time with the Santa Cruz nonprofit founded by Danny Keith.
Working with China Peak, I was able to put together a rail jam with the help of all the employees here and everyone to support me, so it's been happening for 4 years.
It's a great time every year at Grind Out Hunger. I know the Hushaw family, they put in a lot of effort to make sure that, it's a good charitable event and everyone's having a great time. I'm stoked to be here.
All right, again, we're out here at China Peak's 4th annual Marissa Hushaw Grind Out Hunger Rail Jam. Again, all the proceeds of this event going for a great cause. Fresno Food Bank, as well as the Grind Out Hunger organization, putting food in people's belly, shredding at China Peak up here in the beautiful weather. An amazing day out here.
And the Rail Jam format. One by one, the boarders and skiers take a shot at the features, hike back up, and do it again. There's a variety of classes: men's, women's, boarders, skiers, novice, and expert. Judges judge and prizes are awarded to the winners, and this year's grand prize being a snowboard donated by Santa Cruz, one of Hushaw's main sponsors. But above all, even more than performing well, is to have fun.
Man, just hanging out with all the friends. It's pretty much, it's not really a contest, and just getting together with your boys and kind of doing what we do. It couldn't be a better cause. I'm all about it. I'm a big supporter.
It feels good, the fact that we can be out here doing what we love and help some kids that are just probably trying to do what they love too, give them a little bit of food, some hope that tomorrow's going to be a better day. I mean, that's how we all want to be, right? Just living for the next day, living for now, having fun.
And most definitely, it was fun and exciting, even for myself, who maybe got a little too close to the action and had to use my elite athleticism to get out of the way. I'm in ski boots, by the way. Elite athleticism. But the real hero today is Marissa Hushaw, just turned 18 and already organizing such a successful event.
It makes me feel great to know that I can make a difference in the smallest of ways just by having fun and having other people have fun, just doing what they do. It's a good feeling.
And the event provides real help. The Rail Jam raised enough money to supply around 350 meals this year, feeding the hungry and having fun doing it. Not bad for a day's work. Awesome day out there. Good people once again doing good work. And again, thanks to China Peak. Always good to get out there and prove on the skis that I still got it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I do.
I do. I believe you. And she's a senior this year, so will she continue boarding in college?
Yeah, their plan is to keep on going all the way to the USA team and possibly even be a resort manager one day. Marissa Hushaw and the whole Hushaw family, really talented people and good people.
All right.
And a really good name.
Yeah. Marissa Hushaw.
You can get all sorts of information throughout the week through our social media. We have all of our video elements on the YouTube site, and we are now over 8,000 followers on Twitter at Cal High Sports BA. You can win all sorts of prizes and get direct links to our video on that Twitter site.
And remember, you can buy full game videos as digital files or on DVD from any game you see on our show. These are great for your highlight reels with awesome court-level shots that really impress college coaches. Order yours now at our website, calhighsportsbayarea.com.
Coming up, the Togo CCS Monster Game with Reardon and Sacred Heart Prep.
And NCS Girls Hoops with Encinal and Acalanes.
At Club Sports San Jose at Silver Creek Sportsplex, a healthier you is just a few steps away. Because when you exercise, you feel stronger, happier, and energized. Keep motivated with the latest group fitness classes, functional training, and signature member experience that has earned Best Health Club awards year after year. With expert training staff, the latest in fitness technology, and a bright, spacious setting, you'll find the space and support you need to live well. Call today for a tour and a complimentary trial.
The Pinnacle program at Rikers Center for Human Enhancement is an elite system designed for aspiring college-bound and college-level athletes. Pinnacle training includes Olympic lifting and explosive strength training, movement analysis with video feedback, force plate analysis, high-speed treadmills, flume for deloading and recovery, post-physical therapy protocols, and elite internationally credentialed coaches. You got goals? Then come to the Rikers Center.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
In San Mateo, call me, Michael Glazer.
In Morgan Hill, contact me, Maureen Harris.
In San Leandro, call us at Agency Insurance Services.
I'm Dr. John Knight with Muir Orthopedic Specialists and San Ramon Valley High School. You're watching Cal High Sports Bay Area.
Back at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with another game from the CCS Open Division. This time we go back to the middle of the bracket where the Reardon Crusaders, with their leading scorer Eddie Stansbury, were taking on Sacred Heart Prep.
Yeah, the Gators are led by senior Corbin Koken, looking to do some damage in the Open Division, just like the football team. It's our Togo CCS Monster Game, and Robert was there.
Tonight's game features two teams whose star players both wear the number 3. For Reardon, it's number 3, Eddie Stansbury. Eddie averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds a game for the Crusaders. For Sacred Heart Prep, it's number 3, Corbin Koch, but 3 other players are in double figures for the Gators, including the quarterback from the football team, number 23, Mason Randall. So Sacred Heart Prep 22-2 overall, undefeated in league as league champs, but if they want to advance, they'll have to beat the Reardon Crusaders from the West Catholic League in tonight's Togo's Monster Game.
The Reardon band making the big drive down to Santa Clara. I think the traffic had a negative effect. Tied game all the way. The Gators from Sacred Heart out to an early 6-point lead. Corbin Koch hitting for 3. Then it's Andrew Doshbach from the top of the arc, and Dashi hits for 3 himself. Reardon battling back on the run is Jason Smith, and finishing nicely. It's a 6-point Gator lead at that point. Here's Jake Rassam spinning in the lane. Look at this, and floating it home. That was nice. But the Gators keep chomping away from the outside. Here's Connor Moses from the corner, and Connor hits for 3. We go to action late in the second quarter. It's the football player Doshbach trying to get people to believe he's a basketball player too. I'm believing. Tie score at the half, and Reardon looking good. Eddie Stansbury with a terrific play here, spinning and floating it home. But the Gators extend their lead late in the third as the Gators have a Coke and a smile as Corbin hits again for 3, one of 8 threes for the Gators in the game. Then Randall in the lane pulls up, and a rainbow jumper, 39-30 Gators. Randall beating the press and tossing it inside to Harrison Toig. He finishes, and it's 43-33 fourth quarter Gators lead. Then Randall again for 3, and Mason hits. Give your team a hand, Mason. It's a 48-39 lead, 2.5 minutes to play, but Reardon battles back. Daniel Norman to the rack for 2. But the Gators get the dagger shot from Connor Moses. One of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not take the Gators lightly. They like this Open Division stuff. 51-46, the final.
It's definitely something special, you know. It's something that has never been done before at Sacred Heart. So, I mean, it's definitely a goal that we've had for a while now. So it's great to show everyone what we're about.
5th-seeded Mission San Jose traveling to Pitt to take on the 4th-seeded Pirates. First half, Samantha Bernstein dishes to Denise Chan for the and one, and later off the miss, it's Shima Wilson cleaning up on the glass. Pirates own the boards all night long. Less than a second left in the half, Adora Buggs beats the buzzer with this lay-in. Pitt took a 3-point lead in intermission. That's why she's our player of the week this week. Third quarter, Ashari Shakir dishes to Vicky Duenas, showing off that mid-range game right there. And then Duenas reciprocates the act down low to Shakir, who finishes plus the foul. And Lady Warriors not going down easy though. Erica Lynn out to Stephanie to ring it up from downtown. Mission San Jose down 3 after that. Fourth quarter, Duenas dishes to Buggs, who finishes through contact as Pitt began to open up a lead, and then they would finish it. Suvani Akuka with the steal ahead to Buggs, who finishes with a layup. She finds herself with 9 points on the night as the Pittsburgh Pirates move on to the semifinals with a 42-34 victory.
The Acalanes Dons introduced as they take on Ensenada in this NCS D3 quarterfinal game. Early action, Maida Tuatalatasi takes a pass in the corner, measures it up, and hits nothing but net. Acalanes right back in what was a close first half, bounce it to Emma Godfrey for 2. More Acalanes now as the Dons break the press. Brooke Panfili bringing it up, sees the open 3, and yeah, she's going to bury that one. Acalanes can hit from outside. But the Jets hold a small lead for much of the half. Destiny Kelly hits a long 2. It was Destiny. More first half action, and it's Emma Godfrey as she fights for the rebound and puts it back. Godfrey doing good work all night long. Then late in the second, the Dons get the long ball going. Ronnie Maroney nailing it from the corner to build a 5-point lead. And then Panfili drains another 3 off the pass, and the Dons lead is 8 points. More Dons in the second half now. It's Panfili again for 3. And then just when you were looking for the 3-point shot, Julia Lyons gives it the big pump fake, drives to the bucket, and Acalanes gets the win. The Dons will advance to the semifinals to meet Bishop O'Dowd next week.
Synergy Environmental Solutions cleans up environmental hazards, asbestos, mold, and all the dirty work for Bay Area schools, corporations, and homes. So each week, Synergy honors the athletes who do the dirty work on the court. This week, doing the dirty work is Taylor Todd from Archbishop Mitty. Taylor is accomplished at taking a charge, and she did it again last week to help the Monarchs earn a share of the league title, but they couldn't have done it without Taylor doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Coming up, the NCS D1 quarterfinal with Berkeley and Freedom.
But first, here is this week's Allstate Insurance Top 10 basketball poll.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By the Del Gran Dealer Group. Go to dgdg.com and be a happy car buyer. By Wingstop, bring more flavor to your big event with Wingstop, the wing expert. By Club Sport Fitness at the Silver Creek Sportsplex. Visit clubsport.com for a 3-day trial pass. By Catering by 5, outstanding meals for your next party wherever it is. Catering by 5, High Five Pizza, and High Five at the Plex. And by Tony and Alba's Pizza and Pasta. Come check out our sports event packages.
Back at the Plex with action from the NCS Division I bracket featuring the Bay Valley League champions, the Freedom Falcons. Freedom going through league undefeated with Kendall McIntosh at the helm.
That's right, Freedom, the 4th seed, taking on 5th-seeded Berkeley Friday night. The Berkeley Yellow Jackets hoping to keep their season alive as they take on the Freedom Falcons in the NCS D1 bracket. Freedom rolling early in this one. Kendall McIntosh giving it to Jared Stokes. Hard to the baseline and gets the finish, pushing the lead to 7. Here comes Berkeley. Casey Roquemore driving into the lane and dishing to Sean Spikes, who lays it in, cutting the deficit to 3. Second quarter, more Freedom. John Ketchell lobs this one to McIntosh, and he does the rest. A two-hand rip, 26-18 Falcons. The Falcons feeling it, swinging around the perimeter. Nick Evans, and Evans will drain the triple. Freedom now in front by 5. The Jackets on the move. Kyle Charter pushing it in transition to Zach Copeland, who lays it in, squaring things up at 36 all. Back and forth all game. We jump to the final 30 seconds. Berkeley in front by 1. Here is Evans rejecting the ball screen, and with the circus finish, gets it to roll in. 68-67 Freedom with 10 seconds left. Berkeley praying for a miracle, and Copeland will deliver, taking it the length of the court, spinning into the lane, and with the scoop finish, gets it to fall as time runs out, and the Berkeley Yellow Jackets pull off the stunning 69-68 win to advance to the NCS semifinals to meet Monte Vista next week.
Taylor Todd getting the Monarchs pumped up just before taking on Eastside College Prep in the first round of the CCS Open Division playoffs. The Panthers came out on a mission. Chastity Cunningham passes up to Brige Byers for 2, and it's 11-8 ECP. Eastside still going in the first. Byers connects with Destiny Graham for the easy bucket. Panthers jump out to an early 7-point lead. Start of the second, there was no slowing down Eastside College Prep. Everyone contributing to the cause. Aliyah Bell there. And to close out the second, the Monarchs' Maddie Holland gets the steal and the deuce to pull Mitty back within 4 at the buzzer. Third quarter off the inbound pass, Graham to Byers, and she drains the long ball to give her squad a 34-32 advantage. Mitty answers. Janae Anderson playing good D. She gets the steal, passes to Charisma Ortiz. Ortiz goes back to Anderson for the layup. Monarchs tied up at 36 all. Time winding down in the fourth, trailing by 5. Lauren Mavis passes to Taylor Todd. Todd on the assist to Helena Hill, and Mitty is now within 3. However, Eastside Prep wanted this one, and they weren't going to give it away. Byers knocks down both free throws, and the Panthers win 56-53, advancing to the semifinals where they will face Pinewood.
A prayer for the Valley Christian Warriors as they get ready to take on Los Gatos in the CCS D2 tourney. The Warriors getting going early. It's Cody Buchanan firing from outside. Takes an awkward bounce, and Christian Carrillo is there off the rebound, finding the back of the net, and Valley Christian takes the lead on the Carrillo goal. More Valley Christian, Carlos Uribe will get a great shot in goal, but Justin Peters gets the stop and then corrals it to keep it at just a 1-goal deficit. Second half now, it's Buchanan again sending a great ball into the box, but it's the LG defense coming up huge as Peter Will makes the great save, hitting it out of play. LG now with the corner kick, but it's Valley Christian's outstanding goalie Andrew Rose who makes the save and maintains the 1-goal lead. PK time now for the Warriors. It's Buchanan sending a rocket in, and he gets the finish off the rebound to give his squad a 2-goal lead. And then just a minute later, it's Buchanan again showing off his speed, shooting it past the keeper and in for the goal as Valley Christian wins with a final of 3-0 to advance in the tourney. A great game for Buchanan, who had 2 goals for Valley Christian. Carrillo with the 3rd goal for the Warriors.
The play of the week is just moments away, but for now we found a play that made everyone happy in our DGDG.com Be Happy Play.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Presentation Panthers. In a big CCS playoff game, Gabby Sanfilippo gets the goal. Check out those pearly whites, lots of smiles in this week's Be Happy Play.
Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the play of the week. It might be this play, but you have to wait to find out.
But first, here's this week's training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Jamie, and today's training tip of the week is shoulder stability taps in a push-up hold. So Jack here is going to be in our push-up hold off of a 12-inch box, making sure that his shoulders are activating down, his elbows are slightly bent, and his core is tight. Now he's going to take one hand and touch his opposite shoulder, making sure that his hips don't rock back and forth. And you're going to continue this alternating hands for 10 reps, each side alternating for 3 to 4 sets.
The winner of the play of the week gets a letter jacket patch and a plaque from Olympic Trophies.
Yes, you'll receive it at our end of the season awards banquet May 18th at EA Sports. Here it is, the play of the week.
Play of the week. Lots of great dunks this week. An alley-oop pass from John Nolan. Jelani Marsh dunks it home for Pioneer. Here's Willow Glen's Jonah Underwood getting free, and he rips it home. Greg Pulaski underneath bends the rim for San Ramon Valley. Here's Peter Hewitt with the steal, and Peter coming all the way down, and he gets a one-handed rip. Curtis Witt now with the pass to Peter Hewitt, and another slam for Peter. Soccer now. Sophia Dean with a great save for the Presentation Panthers. We like Dublin's Tim Falls. A great pass here to Bryce Knox in the Gales win. Los Altos big man Dan Rosenbaum to Patrick McCall, and alley-oop dunk there. Gina Crossetti with a huge goal for Miramonte in the Matadors playoff victory to win the section title. But the play of the week goes to Zach Copeland. Time running down, 10 seconds to play, an up and under shot. A terrific play by Copeland to win the game for the Yellow Jackets. Look one more time as he beats one defender, and then the up and under to beat the big man, banking it off the glass for the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's Cal High Sports Bay Area for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Marissa Lovis. Be sure to join us next week when we introduce you to a defending state hurdler, and she's only a junior. We'll see you then.